Police were called to Bootle Town Hall after Sefton Council's budget meeting was disrupted by a public protest. Up to 30 people stopped the meeting for over an hour after chanting slogans of "shame on you" against local councillors. They were protesting against cuts to local services. It followed an earlier demonstration outside the town hall when a group of residents called on local councillors to scrap the cuts.
They say cut back!
We say fight back!
Cut back!
Fight back!
Cut back!
Fight back!
Cut!
Fight!
I think Labour, our councillors need to stick up more for us working class and not the money people.
Nobody is a skiver. Most of the people in Bootle, they work for a living, they've paid their taxes. And we are treated like scum. We are treated like something on the bottom of someone's shoe. And it has to end now.
What you should prioritise is ask the people, have a proper consultation, sit down with them, talk to the people who elected you into power, because if you do not listen to the people, we'll vote you out, we'll stand against you, and that's the only time you listen, when you lose your seat.
But the Labour-run authority was forced to pass the budget in order to avoid legal sanctions from Whitehall. The council leader, Peter Dowd, says he's having to make savings of £51 million during the next 2 years, and several services will be affected, including local libraries.
Well, those people who say we've left down the poor were rabble-rousing tonight, and rabble-rousing doesn't do anybody any good. It might make them feel better, but it doesn't do any good for the poor of Sefton, as they were trying to claim their action would do. As for opposing the cuts, of course we try to do that as best as we possibly can, but we're a council, we've all been elected, the people don't want us to come into town halls just screaming and shouting. They want us to get out there, do the job and try to make the best of a position that we've been put in by a Tory and Liberal Democrat government.
Opposition groups and local residents are now calling on the council to try and protect key services and the vulnerable from the full force of the cuts.
We're very clear that we can run the library service within the money available, supplementing the professional staff with volunteers. There's enormous public support for this proposal.
Do you mind if I ask you, how worried are you about the news that Sefton Council is planning to make savings of up to £50 million this coming year?
It's shocking in one respect, but not in another. When you think that Bootle is one of the most deprived areas in Britain, and still they want to hammer the poor. Take it off the rich. They've got it. We haven't got it. And every single budget, that's all you hear, cuts. You never hear we're going to build a park, we're going to brighten up the area.
Well, I'm already a bit dubious because they've already made savings along school uniforms, so I'm dubious and a bit frightened that they're going to sort of cut other things, important things like the elderly, disabled and the young children, like school meals, free school meals and things.
But as the cold political winds blow through Sefton, its council leader says he's doing all he can to be fair to local people. Ramos, Bay TV, Bootle.